Hey everyone, welcome back. So, in today's explainer, we're going to unpack the invisible managers that are basically running our entire digital world. I mean, from your everyday household appliances right up to the commercial airplane soaring above us. All this complex hardware absolutely relies on specific types of operating systems to actually function. Let's dive right in.
Okay, quick question. Does your microwave actually need an operating system to function? I know, it sounds a little crazy, right? Associating complex software with like a standard box that just heats up your leftovers. We usually link OS platforms strictly to our laptops or smartphones, but the answer to this is probably going to surprise you, and it perfectly sets up exactly what we're looking at today. So in this explainer, we're going to cover four main categories: real-time OS, embedded OS, network OS, and mobile OS. All right, let's start with number one, the real-time operating system, or RTOS. Think of this one as the strict manager. And I mean a really strict manager. Zero room for delays. The absolute core principle of an RTOS is that it processes data and responds within a strictly defined time limit. It's a hard, non-negotiable deadline. Zero room for delay literally means tasks are handled instantaneously, the exact moment they arrive. There's no waiting in a queue here. Because honestly, even the absolute slightest hesitation in an RTOS could lead to a total catastrophic system failure. So where do we actually see this level of zero-tolerance urgency in the real world? Well, air traffic control systems are a prime example. Think about it. With thousands of planes in the sky at any given moment, even a minor computing delay could literally result in a crash. The exact same logic applies to heart monitoring devices in hospitals. They need to alert doctors the exact millisecond a patient's vitals drop. Or think about industrial robots that require absolute, pinpoint precision on a fast-moving assembly line. In these high-stakes, literal life-or-death situations, RTOS is the only software framework fast and reliable enough to get the job done safely. Moving right along to number two, the embedded operating system. We can call this one the task specialist. So, unlike your general-purpose computers, an embedded OS is this incredibly small, highly efficient framework that's built permanently right into a specific device. You aren't going to be playing 3D video games or browsing the web on an EOS, right? It's designed specifically to control only the required functions of that exact hardware. And because of that intense, narrow focus, it operates on incredibly low power and needs just a tiny, minimal memory footprint. Now, remember that question I asked you about the microwave right at the start of the explainer? Well, here's your answer. Yes, your microwave absolutely runs on an embedded OS. But, it doesn't stop there. The washing machine in your laundry room, your laser printer, the smart TV in your living room, even the ATM you use to grab cash, they all operate on an EOS. These machines can execute their specific tasks flawlessly, precisely because they have a dedicated operating system permanently hardwired right inside them. All right, let's look at number three, the network operating system, or NOS. Think of this one as the team coordinator. Now, a network OS totally shifts the focus away from just individual standalone devices. It is specifically designed from the ground up to manage and support multiple connected computers, allowing them to seamlessly coordinate and share resources over a localized network. What this actually means is entirely different machines can securely access the exact same centralized files, route documents to a single printer, or just smoothly distribute internet bandwidth. It is literally the invisible backbone of modern office buildings, huge data centers, and schools. Just think back to a typical school computer lab. You know the setup. You could log into literally any of the 30 or 40 distinct computers sitting in that room and instantly save your project directly to a central server. And then when it was time to print, it totally didn't matter which terminal you were actually sitting at, your document would route right to that exact same printer sitting in the corner of the room. That incredibly seamless, connected user experience? Yeah, that is the direct result of a network operating system working quietly in the background, keeping everything perfectly synced. And finally, number four, the mobile operating system, your ultimate personal assistant. Now, a mobile OS is just a completely different beast. It is heavily engineered from the ground up to be insanely optimized for handheld devices. I mean, these systems are defined by their reliance on fluid touchscreen interfaces, super aggressive battery-saving protocols, and of course, constant wireless connectivity. Plus, they seamlessly integrate with built-in hardware, like your high-resolution cameras and GPS sensors, all while supporting these massive dynamic app stores. Honestly, it's these highly specialized features that magically transform a simple, flat piece of glass and metal into the incredibly powerful personal assistants that we carry around in our pockets every single day. And the evolution here, it is absolutely incredible. We've gone from early, clunky iterations, like Symbian running maybe a handful of super basic, small applications on those old, brick-like Nokia devices, to iOS and Android effortlessly powering millions of incredibly complex apps today. Modern mobile platforms can handle ultra-demanding 3D games, intense real-time multitasking, and pro-level video editing suites that honestly used to require a massive desktop tower just a few years ago. The technological leap from those early handheld OS frameworks to today's mobile powerhouses it's staggering. So throughout this explainer, we've really seen how the hardware all around us is powered by some incredibly specialized software, whether it's the strict zero-tolerance nature of an RTOS in air traffic control, and EOS quietly running your kitchen microwave, the collaborative syncing power of a network OS, or just the amazing versatility of iOS and Android right there on your phone. Every single device has a manager that is matched perfectly to its specific role. But, as our digital world keeps rapidly evolving, especially as things like artificial intelligence and advanced robotics become completely integrated into our everyday lives, it really makes you wonder, what kind of crazy, hyper-advanced operating system is going to power the even smarter, faster future we're sprinting towards? Definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and keep exploring.